Welcome back, vertical enthusiasts. So today's episode, we're going to talk about crack climbing. One of you guys sent me out a comment and said, "Hey, Josh, can you talk about crack climbing and show some techniques?" And I do plan on going outdoors and showing you some actual techniques and stuff. But first, I'd have to reference back to this video, which is how to tape your hands. If you don't know how to properly tape your hands, it's like not having climbing shoes on or something like that. It's really fundamental to know how to tape your hands right. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about that. Let's play the intro. Let's roll the tape. Okay, welcome back. So before we get started, I have to say if I sound a little bit off, I think I'm coming down with the flu or something, so I'm a little bit sick, but show must go on, right? So anyway, I think I'm gonna need a black background. This is too white. Okay, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Believe it or not, this crazy guy that drinks his own pee taught me that one. So anyway, the key to taping your hand is really not making it too tight, because you don't want to cut any blood circulation off, and you also want to get the key parts. And the key parts, the most painful thing about crack climbing is the back of your hand right here. When you stick this in, the rock pushes up against all the bones and tendons and everything in there, and it takes a long time to build up a tolerance for that. So if you don't have, like, if you're just starting out, you don't put some tape on there, man, it's gonna hurt. So let's just get started. I'm gonna put this in manual. Okay, so let's see. So first, what I would do is you're gonna want to tape this thumb part here, because you're gonna jam that, and I'll show you later, but you're gonna jam this into something. Okay, so you want to get that taped, and maybe 6 inches. It's good for my hand. Something like, man, this tape is like 100 years old. Yeah. Okay, so first you go put this little tape over here, and I like to bring it around over here like that, and then up and over just like that. Now, since you have it like this and not straight up and down, some people like to put it like straight up and down, then every time you're jamming, it could rip the tape off. But if you have it like this and you go to turn it, it's not gonna wanna rip the tape off. So that's key. So we're gonna do that again, layer it up again. This 100-year-old, 1,000-year-old tape. Man, that is old. All right, do it again. We're gonna layer this up just like so. There we go. And you don't want it too tight, you just want it sitting on there. That feels good. And then we're gonna top it off right here at the top. A little more tape, the top of our thumb to protect our thumb, and also protect this edge here from peeling back the tape and whatnot. So we're gonna put that right like so. Okay, good, awesome. Now you want to get these knuckles here, and you want to get the back of your hand over to here, because this is the sensitive part here. I don't like to tape this part up too much, because I like feeling that up against the rock, but definitely the back of your hands and your knuckles. So this part here is going to be really personalized to your hand and what length, but you want to first, I already off camera took 3 pieces of strips and measured it out, and you want them about this long, cover your knuckle, the back of your hand, and over here to your wrist, and do 3 strips like that. So I already did that over here. I'm gonna grab the pieces, and you want to put it over the knuckle just like that. And I usually get good coverage with just three pieces. I don't like to cover this part of my hand because I like to feel that up against the rock. And then another one, and the third one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we got that all settled. Now we want to make sure that these loose ends don't come off and that this is good down here. So what we're going to do now is grab our roll, put it over here like so, And not too tight. It's good to actually expand your hand here, because if you keep it too tight, it's no good. So expand your hand out as much as it go. Give it a good pull. And then gently just lay it across your hand with your hand expanded out like this. Like so. Okay. And then around. And then come down like this. And then now I come across like so, and this helps me get it now across the wrist. Now right here is important that it's not too tight either, so you don't want to cut any blood circulation off. Go up, around, and that's about it. And I like to give it, I'll give it one more, I'll give it like maybe 6 more inches here. Give it a rip like so, and then just gently lay it across like so. And there you go. That is a good hand taping job. Now, I would like to show you some techniques, so I need some crack. Okay, so some more improvising and adapting. We're gonna make our own little crack right here. Okay, I have some cinder blocks. So use like quick couple crack hand jamming techniques. Now cracks come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and something this small would just be a finger crack. You stick your thumb in there and you'd stick your fingers and you try to stack on top like that and turn and twist, and the whole thing is to jam things in there. Jam your fingers in there, whatever. So that would be finger jamming and all kinds of stuff like that. You stack 3 like that, stick it on top of your thumb, jam on it, and it just locks right in there. Now we're talking about hand jamming. It's gonna be a little bit bigger. Let's say maybe like that. You stick your hand in like this, and then you take your thumb down, and you force it down, and you force it. You see how it's pushing them apart, and it would lock right in there. And see, this is where it really hurt right here on your knuckles. But since it's got tape on there, it hurts so bad. You can also twist just like that, and then it would just lock right in just like that. You can also stick your hand in like this, and then make a fist, and that locks in there too. So those are a couple hand jamming techniques, and go out and give it a try. See what it's like. Crack climbing is a whole another ball game, and it's really fun to do, and there's a lot to learn, a lot of techniques, and you just get better and better at it as your technique gets better. So let's roll the outro. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like, a comment. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Here's my Instagram, and I had to make this one because I'll be referring back to it probably, show you how to tape your hands when we do we go outdoors, do some actual rock climbing. So if you're excited for that, subscribe for more. I'll see you next week. Joshua Perry. Oh man, I'm feeling terrible. Climbing out of here. Oh boy. Oh man, I need to go to bed.